Good morning from my final day here, final full day on Ometepe. I'm here in Merida. I've been staying here at Rosa's cabins for the last couple nights, and it's been a very peaceful and serene surroundings, to say the least. This is my cabin where I've been staying. I'll give you a little review of that later. For now, we are going to go for a drive and go check out some petroglyphs, or rock carvings that have been here for almost 1,000 years. So we're just going to hop on the scooter, head out from Merida, and it's about a 15-minute drive first to get over to where we start the hike. Beautiful day here, warm but pleasant, so let's get going. So I just stopped for a second just to mention that when you come to Merida here on Ometepe, it's actually past the end of the paved road. It's about another half to 1 kilometer up a dirt road past the end of the pavement. So just keep that in mind if you're coming here, that the driving can be a little tricky if you're not careful, so take your time. I haven't had any problems with it, even on the days where it was a little rainier. A little muddier and stuff, it was fine, but I'm sure if you're not used to it in any way and then think you can tear your way up through it full speed, you're gonna have a bad time. So anyway, we are now on the bricked / paved portion of the road here, so let's continue on our way and head over to the rock carvings. Just wanted to make one further stop here because there's a really nice look off point over this farm area. There is Volcano Concepcion, which is the larger of the two and the active volcano on the northern half of this island. And you can see it's always got this sort of mysterious cloud cap on it, like it's wearing a hat all the time. I did catch a picture yesterday, however, of it without most of the clouds on it, which I'll put on the screen here. And yeah, it's definitely everywhere you go. That's all you see is the two volcanoes. The second one, ironically, is just up over behind these trees at the moment. We'll get a closer look at that one later. But this is a really, really beautiful view here of the main volcano here on Ometepe. And this is just sort of on the main road heading back from Merida, heading back over towards Balagüe and that area. So if you do see it, just make sure you stop and enjoy the view. So we've made our way over to Finca Magdalena, which is a hostel here up in the mountain. It's actually back over on the Balagüe side. You just come up a dirt road about a kilometer or so, I would say, off the main road. And they have this beautiful privately owned space here. You can see there's lots of gardens. And so you just come here, you check in here at the reception desk. It was 110 Cordoba, which is about $3 US. And she said you just go up here, follow this trail, and when you get up there's a divide and you head left, and that's where the petroglyphs are. So let's make our way up and have a look. So when you get up here to the Maderas Volcano Park sign, there's a few different ways you can go here. And she said to head left, so let's go that way. It is a beautiful walk through the woods here. They've got this nice kind of lined trail that you can follow. There was a couple of different options up there, but this was the one to the left, she said, to get to the petroglyphs. The sign said it's about a little over 1 kilometer or so, I believe. I'm not sure if that's in and out or if that's just one way, but we're going to find out. But it is definitely well marked here, as you can see. Rocks on both sides, and there's even arrows marking the way here through the trail. And some very accurate signs. These are actually all coffee plants, I believe, walking through here. Back when I was last in Costa Rica, back in 2012, I actually went and did a tour of a coffee plantation while I was there, which was super interesting to me. And it also included a tour of the volcano and the rainforest and all kinds of cool stuff. This is Magdalena Falls as we make our way down the hill. And it's about 120 feet top to bottom, and it's quite amazing. So here we are at the base of the same waterfall. It's nice and misty here. I'm really glad I have this camera with me now, because the playbook would be DOA. It's really raining out right now too, so it's but it's nice. It's 25 degrees and raining, so I really can't complain. And that's where everybody else is, way up there. And I'm going to make my way back up there now. But this is pretty amazing. I'm kind of hoping I can go back and maybe even retrace my steps and do that same tour again while I'm in Costa Rica. So we'll see how it goes. Make sure you bring lots of good bug spray for when you're up in here too. Suddenly the arrows point in two different directions. So one set points this way up the hill, and then another one points this way. So I think I'll keep going straight for now, and if necessary I can always double back. But I think she mentioned like 2 lefts, so this would be, I think, maybe the second left. There are more yellow arrows this way too, so maybe it's a loop and that's the other half of it coming back. So in a very much blink and you'll miss it moment, I was just walking along and happened to see this carving here on the rock. There's no sign or anything talking about it, but it might be and it could be a new version or a copy of the originals too, but definitely keep my eyes peeled at this point. Follow the yellow arrow road, I guess. So we've just sort of come to this little bit of an opening here, and I can already see there's a few carvings here on some of the rocks. I was just about to walk past the back side of this rock. So the front side has that carving on it that we first saw here. But then I came around the backside. I just happened to look, and there's a whole other carving back here too. There's a sign just down here we'll take a look at and see what it says. This is just kind of a generalized sign about, you know, protecting the petroglyphs that are here. The similar rules, you know, as always, don't mess with it, basically. And you shouldn't be messing with these things if you come here. They're meant to be observed and admired and studied, but, you know, don't ever come to somewhere like this and think you can take home a souvenir or a piece of a souvenir or, you know, anything like that, because that's not cool. So there's actually a sign here. It says Coylar Complex number 1. I'm assuming it's Coylar, C-O-Y. And yeah, there is a bunch of amazing carvings here right in front of me. So we've got a couple right here. I'm going to take pictures of all of these with my camera too, so I can get an enhanced photo of what they look like. Some of them are extremely detailed and easy to see, depending on probably a combination of how deep they were carved and then how the stones weathered over time. But there's all kinds of them here. It's hard to count individual ones because some of them overlap and stuff, but there's probably at least 20 different carvings here in the rocks in total. And so this is only section 1. I see an arrow pointing down this way, so I'm assuming there's more there. So let's take a walk this way, see if we find section number 2. I only had to walk about 100 meters or so from the first group, and there's another sign here. So the second group, there are definitely more carvings. You can see some right there. You can see some right here in front of me. They are not as defined as the first group, but still amazing to see. It's definitely a smaller group, but there are more this way, I suspect, since the trail continues. And some of the ones I saw on that initial sign, I haven't seen yet. So there must be another larger group down here below. So just made it down to this third stop here. And this is definitely one of the most intricately designed ones that I've seen so far. And it almost, and I don't know if it is or not, but it almost looks like a turtle with the head facing sort of southeast with the shell, and then the water ripples off to the sides. Not sure if that's what it is, but that's my interpretation of it. And regardless, the amount of work that would have been involved in carving that into the rock would have been pretty intense. But even from beyond that intricately carved one over there, there's all kinds of others that are, you know, faded or not quite carved as heavily, so they've worn with time. But everywhere you look, you still see more rocks with carvings on the sides. It is an absolutely gorgeous walk up through these woods. And, you know, for the sake of $3 to come and check this out, it is definitely worth your time. If you're here in Ometepe for any length of time, make sure you come by here and check this out. This one's kind of in a hard to get to place, but not when you have a 6-foot long tripod. Those almost look like butterfly type designs right there, which would make sense because this forest is full of them. And down we go. Hopefully I don't mean fall down, just casually walk down. That would be really nice. One of the fun facts I don't think I've ever mentioned is that back in May, when I went to Mexico for my birthday, I actually ordered some new shoes. So the shoes I had with me prior to that, I had brought with me from Canada, but they were pretty worn out and beat up by the time May had rolled around. So I ordered some new shoes. I got some very comfortable Skechers hikers. But of course, I couldn't just walk into any store in Mexico and buy US size 12. They were pretty difficult to track down. Most of the stores would stop at like a US size 10. So I had to order these on Amazon. And because I wasn't sure of how the sizing was going to work out, I went a size bigger. So I'm actually wearing size 13 hikers since May. So that includes the volcano hike in Santa Ana and all the other various hikes and walks that I've done. It's all been with shoes that are one size too big. So it's been fine for the most part. It's just funny that on days like today when I'm trying to walk down hills, I can really feel the space in the shoes quite a bit. And now I don't know which way to go. The arrows pointed me down to here, and now I don't see any. And there's trails there, 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 and here. Well, if I had to make an educated guess, this one looks like it's most worn, so I'll go this way, at least for 100 meters or so, and see if we turn anything else up, and then if not, I will just live here now, forever. Well, I haven't seen any more signs, but I am getting back down to a clearing here where I think this property is where I started. So let's go down here and have a look, see if I'm on the right track or not. I think this doubles back to one of those other trails that I saw earlier. There's a lake there through the trees. So I think what I'll do is I'll go back up to where I last saw the last arrow and double check there. I haven't seen one since a few minutes now, and they were very frequent. So let's go back up there and have a look. So I'm back up to section 3 here with the petroglyphs, and you can see there's a yellow marker on that tree, and then there's a yellow marker on this rock to go this way. But then there is no indicator from this point forward as to where to go. So before I went down and I took a right, but looking at Google Maps, there's actually a left turn there that I can hook, and I think that'll take me back towards the way I came based on the direction on the map. So I think this time I will go that way. Another cool carving on this rock that I missed the first time. So I guess maybe I was meant to come down a second time. No markings here that I can see on anything in yellow paint to indicate the direction. I mean, this is the only way to go initially, is down this way. But then from here, it's like a choose your own adventure book. I'm going to hook a left here because at least I can see back in the right direction of where I started. Anyway, let's take this trail and see where it leads us. But at least we're heading back in the direction of the starting point. This is a pretty well groomed trail down here too. And I see a horse ahead. Well, my second guess was correct. According to the guy with the horse, I just asked him, he said, yeah, this is the way back to Finca Magdalena, which is where I started. So let's head back. Well, I don't think that was quite the official route back out, but I did make it out. There's Finca Magdalena just up here. So let's go up there, sit for a few minutes and cool off, and then grab our scooter. So I'm here on my last morning in Merida, here on Ometepe. I'm actually heading back to the mainland today to go to my final stop here in Nicaragua. But I really wanted to show you the place I've stayed at for the last few nights. It's been a wonderful experience. There's been some weird power problems and stuff, but that's certainly no fault of this place. I think that's just part of island life and island life here on Ometepe. But I stayed at a place called Rosa's Lake Cabins, and it's a family-owned place, and it was really great. It really was. So they have this whole area. They've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 5 or 6 different cabins for rent, and they're all self-contained, which is really nice. This is the one that I've had for the last few nights, and it's been great. It's got this nice hammock out front, which has been nice for just, relaxing on. There's a table out here for working on. Lots of really good air circulation with these nice big windows, and then the window on the side. And then in here was the main room, so there was a nice storage area there. Another table and chair here for working in the after hours when it gets dark. Had this really cool mural art painted on the walls all the way around. And a decent bed. It's a nice double-sized bed. Very comfortable. Had a nice mosquito net on it as well to keep the bugs away at night. And in here was the bathroom. So pretty standard. Full bathroom, walk-in shower, cold water shower, sink, toilet, the whole bit. And it was really good. So this was, again, this is Rosa's Lake Cabins here in Merida. And the other reason why you might want to consider coming here is for the view. So if you walk down here, just a few steps, amongst the chickens and turkeys, and there's ducks on the property and pigs on the property, and it's really wonderful. But you walk down here and you're on the lakefront. It's a beautiful view here. The sunsets just over here sort of by this tree have been amazing at night. I'll put a picture here of one of them. But this is right here on Lake Nicaragua. You can walk down this beach. There's a nice restaurant just about a minute down the beach here. Ate there my first night, and it was really good. So, but this is the place I've stayed at here, my third and final stop on Ometepe. And I hope if you come to the area, you will give them serious consideration. It's exactly what you would want when you're coming to an island to relax and live amongst nature and just enjoy the scenery. It's the perfect place for that. It really is. So I'll put the information here on the screen. I think I actually got them through Priceline, maybe, but I initially started my search on Trivago, took me to Priceline, and that's where I found them. It worked out great. They actually have a local WhatsApp number as well you could probably reach out to if need be. I'll put that on the screen too. And what a place. It's gonna be hard to leave just it's been so chill. So anyway, that's the review, and big thumbs up all the way around. So just some final thoughts here on Ometepe. You know, I knew about it before I got here, and I knew that the recommendations were to rent a scooter and to travel the island and see some different places. But this place is just like another world. You know, you're driving by these beautiful green, lush rainforest areas with the volcano directly there in the background, and you're just waiting for some big old dinosaur to crawl out of the grass. It truly is a special place, and I hope that if you come to Nicaragua that you do spend some time here in Ometepe and explore the whole island. Don't just stay in Moyogalpa, which is the biggest town, of course, but there are so many other places around to check out, and I feel like seeing the 3 that I did was a good kind of introduction to the island as a whole. The people here are wonderful. They're very kind. It's a very laid-back place, and it's a place that you'll really enjoy. So I do hope that people come to Nicaragua, that, yeah, you do come here. I don't know what this video is going to look like, because for the week that I was here, a lot of the time I spent just relaxing, getting some work done, going for drives on the scooter, and just enjoying it all, So I really don't know what to expect in terms of how this will turn out, but I do hope you enjoy it. I hope it gives you an idea of what this place is like. So thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it as always. If you like this video, leave a comment or a like down below to let me know that you were here. If you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe. I'm getting close to 25,000 now, and that's a huge number. Like, that's mind-boggling to me in many ways. So I really appreciate all the support. If you would like to support me further, there are some different ways you can do that. Of course, I have some memberships set up here on YouTube. I have 3 different tiers. The cheapest one is $3 per month, and then there's 2 higher tiers which offer some extra perks and things like that. One-time donations are available through PayPal and through Bitcoin. You have those links here on the screen and also down in the description below. And I have a merch shop set up with some t-shirts and hats and mugs and all that kind of fun stuff. And I'm always trying to add more designs and things to that. And I've priced them, as cheaply as I can, to be honest. But yeah, it's been a wonderful experience, and I thank you for all the support. Even if it's just leaving a like and a comment, that matters just as much to me as anything. And remember, life is short. Wander. And I will see you in the next video. Was it good? You ate all that food in like 8 seconds. Hey guys.